Did you know? I just learned this.
What's that?
When you buy a Tesla, you're not actually allowed to work on it or repair it, and auto body shops aren't really allowed to work on it or repair it.
You got to take it to Tesla.
Only the Tesla people are allowed to work on it. And it's kind of this new thing where some people feel like that, oh, this is fucked up.
Yeah,
It's kind of like a monopoly, but they have a lot of different reasons why, and they say mechanics aren't qualified to work on these giant batteries and things of that nature. And also Tesla is a company such where let's say you repair the car and the car blows up, that becomes a major news story when really you shouldn't have been the one maybe repairing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of Apple. You know how Apple are like, hey, how they seal their computers like now, like
How
they're
they
like
seal it?
Yeah, so like it used to be. I have an old, I actually have a Mac Mini here where we record the podcast that I use, and you can open it and mess with it and do all those things. They stopped doing that to like laptops, computers, and everything.
Really?
And so the reason why they did that was because they didn't want people to work on them. They'd be like, no, you have to come to us if you want it. Like add some stuff, change anything, upgrade your storage and stuff like that.
And there's actually a law against this.
Yep.
So is that the same thing with Apple?
Basically, it's kind of similar where, like, I forget what it is, like the right to repair or something like that.
So you're hip to this.
Yep, because my MacBook Pro laptop, like it's old, but I was always upgraded and I loved working on it because it was simple enough to where I could understand it. And then I think the site that I would visit would be like, hey, there's a law and we're trying to get them to not pass it that prevents you from being able to work on the stuff that you buy. Right. Versus having to, take it to the store or whatever. And so it's like a whole big thing. I'm all for people being able to, like, I think the whole thing, when you buy something, do you really own it type of thing, you know? And so it's like a whole big thing. I'm all for that.
There's some kind of weird law that Tesla gets around this because you actually aren't buying a Tesla from a dealership. There's no dealerships. Oh, so that's how they actually get around this law.
Wow. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if somebody was certified, I would let, people work on a Tesla, but it's kind of like give and take. I see why they say it, but at the same time, I'm like, well, why can't someone just go get trained or something? And then
like if you're a car guy and something fucks up, you know how to fix it. You're not allowed to fix it.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
That is.
You literally can't order the parts.
That's wild.
I watched this video of this guy who he's like one of the only guys doing this, and he buys fucked up Teslas, right? Ones that maybe the front exploded but the back is still good, and he repairs them and takes parts from one and puts them together to try to create like a new car. And Tesla hates him because they don't want him doing it.
That's crazy.
You're not supposed to do it.
I think I saw a video of, there was this woman who she actually wanted to take a Tesla and make it like off-roadish, and Tesla got upset at her for doing that. They're like, we don't want you to do stuff to our car. And like I think something happened to the video when she first put it out or something like that, to where they sent like a cease and desist or something like that. And then I think after a while they kind of cooled off, and she was like, I just, I love the car, but I just I own the car, I want to be able to do whatever I want with it. And like they had like this whole thing that was like crazy with it. I'm not for that. I'm for let people what they want to, but at the same time, like you were talking about, if something bad happened, that looks bad on them. Yeah. And but I don't know, man. It's real crazy.